Let me ask you something. Have you ever been told that fruits are always good for you? That no matter the type, no matter the time, just eat more fruits and you'll live longer? Sounds familiar, doesn't it? But here's the truth that no one really talks about. Once you're past 60, not every fruit is your friend. Some of the very fruits you've trusted your whole life, the ones you think are harmless, could actually be silently working against you. Think about it. Have you ever noticed your blood sugar spiking after a healthy snack? Or maybe you felt bloated, uncomfortable, or even unusually tired after eating something you thought was good for you. It's not in your head. At this stage of life, your body reacts differently. The metabolism slows down, digestion changes, and suddenly, foods that used to be safe can quietly cause trouble. This is why what you put on your plate now matters more than ever. The fruits you choose aren't just about taste anymore. They can mean the difference between waking up every day feeling strong, or dragging yourself through the day with aches, fatigue, and health scares you never expected. And here's the shocking part. Some of the sweetest, juiciest, most innocent-looking fruits can actually harm your blood pressure, damage your teeth, upset your stomach, and even put your heart at risk. Yet on the other hand, there are simple, affordable fruits that, if you eat them daily, can protect your memory, strengthen your bones, and help you live not just longer, but better. That's exactly what we're uncovering today. 4 fruits you must avoid after 60, no matter how tempting they look, and 4 powerful fruits you should eat every single day if you want to keep your body strong, your mind sharp, and your heart safe. So don't go anywhere. What you're about to learn might surprise you, and it might just save you from years of unnecessary struggles. And before we dive in, I want you to do something simple. Type in the comments, "I'm here for better health." Because just by being here today, you're choosing to take control of your well-being. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button to join our family here on Elderly Advice for Life, where we share weekly health tips designed especially for you and your loved ones. Let's begin with a fruit that many people snack on without a second thought: grapes. Imagine this. You're watching television in the evening and you reach for a small bowl of grapes. They're sweet, juicy, easy to chew, and they feel like the perfect guilt-free snack. Some even dry them into raisins and sprinkle them over oatmeal, believing they're adding a healthy touch. But here's the hidden truth. Those little bites are far more powerful than they look. Grapes are loaded with natural sugars, and while your body may have handled that sugar easily when you were younger, after the age of 60, your system doesn't process it the same way. Your metabolism slows down, and the balance between sugar intake and energy use becomes more delicate. What happens then? Those grapes send your blood sugar soaring in a matter of minutes. For someone living with diabetes or even just prediabetes, that sudden spike can be dangerous. It puts extra strain on your pancreas, forces your body to release more insulin, and leaves you at risk of crashes that cause weakness, dizziness, or even long-term damage to vital organs. And raisins? They're even more concentrated. Think of them as sugar bombs. Just a handful can deliver the same sugar load as a piece of candy. Here's the mistake many people make. They assume that because the sugar in grapes is natural, it's automatically safe. But natural sugar is still sugar. Your body doesn't care where it comes from. Once it's inside, it behaves the same way, stressing your blood, your liver, and your heart. So what's the smarter choice? If you love that burst of sweetness, replace grapes with berries, blueberries, strawberries, or blackberries. They still satisfy your sweet tooth, but they bring along fiber and antioxidants that slow down the sugar rush and actually protect your body instead of harming it. So the next time you're about to snack on grapes or raisins, pause for a moment. Ask yourself, is this helping my health or quietly working against it? And remember, sugar isn't the only danger in fruit. Sometimes, it's the acidity that does the damage. Let's talk about one fruit that's loved around the world but can be surprisingly harsh on the body after 60. Now let's talk about a fruit that almost everyone loves, the pineapple. It's juicy, tropical, refreshing. The kind of fruit that reminds you of sunny days and sweet desserts. Many people see it as the perfect healthy treat. But what most seniors don't realize is just how harsh it can be on the body once you're over 60. Here's why. Pineapple is one of the most acidic fruits you can eat. That tangy sweetness you taste? It's packed with acid. And for an aging digestive system, too much of that acid is like pouring fire on an already sensitive stomach. If you've ever struggled with acid reflux, heartburn, or even a nagging ulcer, pineapple can turn a small discomfort into a painful problem. And it doesn't stop there. That same acidity can wear down your gums and erode the enamel on your teeth. As we age, our enamel naturally gets thinner, our gums grow more sensitive, and our bodies don't recover from irritation as quickly as they once did. So while pineapple may taste good going down, it could be silently weakening your mouth and your digestion over time. Now here's the big misunderstanding. Families often serve pineapple juice to seniors, thinking they're giving them a glass full of vitamins and hydration. But the truth? Pineapple juice is stripped of its fiber and concentrated in sugar and acid. That means it spikes blood sugar quickly, it floods your stomach with acid, and it leaves your teeth exposed to erosion, all without the protective benefits of the whole fruit. So what's the better choice if you want something sweet without the burn? Reach for apples or bananas instead. They're gentle on digestion, they're easy on sensitive stomachs, and they bring along the fiber your body needs to process sugar more slowly. They fill you up, they keep your energy steady, and they won't leave you suffering hours later. So yes, pineapple may look inviting with its golden color and tropical taste, but for many seniors, it does far more harm than good. And sugar or acid isn't the only thing to worry about when it comes to fruit. Sometimes, it's the sheer amount of hidden sugar packed into fruits that seem innocent at first glance. Let's talk about one of the sweetest and sneakiest culprits. Now let's turn to a fruit that holds so many memories for people. Mangoes. For many seniors, mango season was a highlight of childhood. Long afternoons under the sun, peeling the skin, letting the juice drip down your hands, it wasn't just food, it was joy. And because of that, mangoes feel like comfort. They feel safe. But here's what most people don't realize. Mangoes are among the highest sugar fruits you can eat. That sweetness you love so much comes at a price. For someone over 60, where the body is already struggling to keep blood sugar steady, eating mangoes regularly can cause serious harm. Each slice raises your blood sugar, forcing your pancreas to work overtime. Over time, this contributes to weight gain, insulin resistance, and puts you right at the doorstep of diabetes and heart disease. And here's where many get it wrong. They think mango smoothies are a light, healthy option. Blend a mango with some milk, maybe add a little sweetener, and it feels like you're doing your body a favor. But the reality is shocking. A single glass of mango smoothie can have as much sugar as a can of soda. That's not a light meal, it's a sugar overload disguised as health. So what's the right way to enjoy mangoes? Don't cut them out completely because food is also about happiness and connection. But treat them as a rare treat, not a daily habit. A few small slices once in a while won't harm you. Just don't make them a part of your everyday diet, especially if you're watching your weight, your heart, or your blood sugar. Mangoes may be sweet, but too much sweetness at this stage of life can quietly steal your health. And finally, let's talk about the fruit that shocks many seniors when they learn the truth. A fruit almost everyone believes is safe, but when taken the wrong way, it can be just as harmful as the ones we've already mentioned. Now we come to a fruit that surprises almost everyone, the orange. A glass of fresh orange juice in the morning sounds like the perfect way to start your day, doesn't it? Bright, refreshing, full of vitamin C. For years, it's been marketed as the ultimate healthy breakfast choice. But here's the part most people never realize. Too much orange, especially in juice form, can do more harm than good once you're over 60. Let's break it down. Oranges are highly acidic. That means every sip or every slice sends acid straight into your stomach. If you already deal with acid reflux, indigestion, or a sensitive stomach lining, oranges can make it worse. They irritate the stomach walls, they trigger heartburn, and they can leave you with discomfort that lingers long after the meal is done. And then there's the juice. Orange juice may look healthy, but the moment the fruit is squeezed, something important is stripped away: the fiber. What's left behind is mostly liquid sugar. That means when you drink orange juice, your blood sugar spikes almost instantly. In fact, studies show that orange juice can raise blood sugar nearly as quickly as soda. That's right, the same soda most people know to avoid. And while juice may carry some vitamins, the sugar overload cancels out the benefits, especially for seniors living with diabetes or heart issues. Here's the misconception that misleads so many families: fresh juice is always better than soda. On the surface, it feels true, but your body reacts to the sugar almost the same way. For seniors, that can mean energy crashes, weight gain, and even more strain on the heart. So what's the better approach? If you love oranges, enjoy them whole, and in moderation. Eating the fruit means you get the fiber, which slows down the sugar release, keeps you fuller for longer, and helps protect your digestion. But large glasses of orange juice every day? That's not doing your health any favors. The truth is, even healthy foods can become harmful when taken the wrong way. And now that we've uncovered the dangers of these 4 common fruits, it's time to flip the coin. Because not all fruits are the enemy. In fact, some are like powerful medicine for your body, especially after 60. Fruits that can strengthen your heart, protect your memory, and even help you feel more energized every single day. So let's talk about the 4 fruits you should not only keep in your kitchen, but actually make a part of your daily routine. Now that we've seen the fruits that can quietly harm your health, let's flip the story. Because there are also fruits that act like medicine for your body. Fruits that protect your memory, keep your heart beating strong, and give you the energy to enjoy life fully, even in your golden years. The first one is small, humble, but incredibly powerful: the blueberry. I once heard a grandmother say something that stuck with me. She told me, "Ever since I started eating blueberries every day, I never forgot my prayers." At first it made me smile, but then I realized how true it was. Blueberries have been studied again and again for their effect on memory. You see, blueberries are packed with antioxidants, tiny compounds that fight inflammation and protect your brain cells from damage. As we age, memory lapses become more common. Names slip away, appointments are forgotten, and sometimes even the smallest details become hard to recall. But blueberries can help slow that decline. They feed your brain with the protection it needs to stay sharp. And it's not just memory. Blueberries help reduce inflammation all over the body, which means less joint pain, better circulation, and a stronger defense against diseases that come with age. The best part? They're easy to add into your routine. A small handful in your morning oatmeal, stirred into yogurt, or even eaten on their own can make a real difference. Just a few each day can help keep your brain healthier for longer. And speaking of keeping things healthy, let's talk about a fruit that's been famous for generations: the apple. You've heard the saying, "An apple a day keeps the doctor away." But here's the amazing thing: when it comes to seniors, that saying is still true. Apples are rich in fiber, which is one of the most important nutrients for older adults. Fiber keeps digestion smooth, helps regulate blood sugar, and lowers cholesterol. That means better heart health, fewer stomach problems, and more steady energy throughout the day. Unlike juices or sugary snacks, apples release their natural sugars slowly, giving you fuel without the crash. And here's something important: don't peel off the skin. That's where most of the fiber and antioxidants are hiding. A crisp apple with its skin on is one of the simplest, most affordable ways to strengthen your health. Red apples, green apples, pick the one you love and enjoy it daily. So if blueberries protect your memory and apples keep your digestion and heart in check, what about your bones? After all, as the years pass, strong bones mean freedom, mobility, and independence. And there's one fruit in particular that supports bone health in a way most people don't expect. Now, let's talk about a fruit that doesn't always get the spotlight, but deserves a place on every senior's table: prunes. Most people hear the word prunes and immediately think about constipation. And yes, it's true, prunes are a natural remedy for digestive issues. But what many don't realize is that prunes have a secret power that goes far beyond digestion. They're one of the best fruits for protecting your bones. As we grow older, bones naturally lose density. This is especially true for women after menopause, but men are not spared either. That's why osteoporosis, the thinning and weakening of bones, becomes such a big concern after the age of 60. A fall that might have been nothing in your younger years could lead to a fracture. Or months of recovery later in life. Here's where prunes step in. They're rich in potassium, fiber, and special plant compounds that actually protect bone tissue. Studies show that eating just 3 to 4 prunes a day can help maintain bone density, reduce the risk of fractures, and keep your skeletal system strong. Think about that. Something as simple as a few dried plums can help you walk with confidence, climb stairs with ease, and even reduce the fear of falling. And yes, they'll also keep your digestion regular, which means less bloating, less discomfort, and a much lighter feeling in your day. You can snack on them as they are, chop them into cereal, or blend them into a smoothie. They're sweet, filling, and healing all at once. And now we come to the final fruit on our list, the one that has been celebrated since ancient times: the pomegranate. Did you know that in many cultures pomegranates were called the fruit of life? And for seniors, that name still holds true today. The jewel-like seeds inside a pomegranate are loaded with antioxidants, powerful compounds that protect your heart and blood vessels. As the years go by, circulation tends to slow down. Arteries stiffen, blood pressure rises, and the risk of heart problems grows. But pomegranates help fight all of that. They improve blood flow, lower blood pressure, and support the lining of your blood vessels. In simple words, they keep your heart young. Imagine your arteries like garden hoses. Over time they can clog or stiffen. Pomegranate works like a gentle cleaner, helping blood move smoothly through your body. That means better oxygen to your brain, more energy in your muscles, and a healthier, stronger heart. And here's the beauty of it, you don't need a lot. Just half a pomegranate a day or a small glass of unsweetened pomegranate juice is enough to bring these benefits. Sprinkle the seeds on your salad, mix them into yogurt, or simply eat them by the spoonful. It's not just food, it's medicine in disguise. So we've now seen the fruits that can harm and the fruits that can heal. From the sugar-loaded dangers of grapes and mangoes to the brain-boosting, heart-protecting power of blueberries and pomegranates. These choices matter, because the food you put on your plate today can decide the kind of health you'll enjoy tomorrow. But let's take a moment to bring everything together and see why these choices matter, not just for you but for your loved ones too. You know, watching our parents or grandparents deal with health struggles can be one of the hardest things to witness. Seeing them lose their energy, complain of pain, or feel limited in the little things they used to enjoy, it's heartbreaking. And what makes it even harder is knowing that some of those struggles didn't have to happen. That small choices, like the foods we put on the table, can make such a huge difference. That's why understanding which fruits to avoid and which ones to embrace matters so much. Because every decision at the grocery store, every piece of fruit placed in a basket, can either move us closer to sickness, or closer to strength. Instead of fearing what age may bring, we can reframe the way we look at food. We can stop treating fruits as just snacks or sweet treats, and start seeing them as medicine from nature. Imagine the power of sitting down to breakfast and knowing that what you're eating is protecting your heart, sharpening your memory, and keeping your bones strong. That's not just food, that's a shield against the very things so many seniors fear. And here's the beautiful part, it doesn't require massive change. No overwhelming diets, no expensive routines. It starts with something as simple as swapping. The next time you go shopping, pause for just one moment. Ask yourself, am I filling my basket with fruits that quietly harm, or with fruits that heal? Replace grapes with blueberries. Trade the excess orange juice for a crisp apple. Pick up a handful of prunes instead of sugary mango slices. These little choices may not look dramatic, but they're powerful. Because here's the truth, it's never too late to change. Whether you're 60, 70, or even 80, your body can still respond to kindness. A single fruit swap a day may sound small, but it can be the beginning of a healthier tomorrow. Think of it as planting seeds, not just for longer years but for better years. Years filled with energy, clarity, and joy. So when you reach for that piece of fruit, remember, you're not just feeding your body. You're feeding your future. To quickly bring everything together, we talked about 8 fruits that can make or break your health after 60. The 4 fruits you should be careful with: grapes, pineapple, mangoes, and drinking too much orange juice. They may look innocent, but if you're not mindful, they can lead to problems like high blood sugar, stomach issues, and unnecessary strain on your body. And then we shifted to the 4 fruits that act like powerful allies for seniors: blueberries, apples, prunes, and pomegranates. These aren't just snacks, they're nature's medicine. They help protect your memory, support your heart, keep your bones strong, and balance your digestion. Just imagine what consistent small choices like these can do for your health over time. Now, I want to hear from you. Which of these fruits surprised you the most today? Maybe you've been drinking orange juice every morning for years, or perhaps you didn't realize that prunes protect more than just digestion. Share your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to read your experiences, and your story might even help someone else in this community. And if this video gave you even one helpful tip, I'd invite you to subscribe to Elderly Advice for Life. This channel is here to guide you with simple, practical steps to make aging healthier, happier, and more fulfilling. Don't forget to turn on notifications because every week we share new advice designed to keep you and your loved ones strong. Before I go, let me leave you with this reminder. Aging is not about losing, it's about learning how to care for yourself in ways that give you strength and dignity. With the right choices, your later years can be some of the most vibrant years of your life. Thank you so much for spending this time with me today. Stay healthy, stay strong, and always remember, you are never too old to make a change for the better. I'll see you in the next video.